are AKC TV here on location at 2019's Global Pet Expo. I'm now joined with Michael Landa from Nulo. Michael, great to have you with us.
Great to be here, thank you.
So talk to us a little bit about Nulo. I know your booth is right behind us. Very
Yes.
excited to see that here.
Yes, no, we're one of the fastest growing super premium foods in the country. Right now we're based out of Austin, Texas. And you know, the premise behind our brand is it's all really high meat, low carb, low glycemic, so very appropriate for dogs and cats. And you know, we have quite a different marketing approach. We work a lot with, we have about 26 Olympic and elite athletes that help us evangelize the brand and what we do, so it's a lot of fun to work with them too.
Working with human athletes, I mean, why does that help you focus on your dog clients?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting because I was an athlete myself. I was an All-American swimmer growing up, so my whole life I grew up thinking about, you know, food as fuel and how it makes my body perform in competition. And so I was actually swimming one day with Aaron Pearsall, who's a 5-time gold medalist in swimming, and Aaron had just gotten a dog, and he's kind of going through the, you know, just got a dog, what do I get? I hear you're, you know, in the pet food business, so I was kind of going through the high meat, low carb options with Aaron, and he said, you know, that's how I think about food for myself. Like, why wouldn't I think the same way for my dog? And it was an aha moment where we kind of said, of course, right? So we started working with a number of athletes. Aaron was our first video that we worked together. We have a lot of videos on Nulo.com that you can see. But we, you know, Michael Phelps came on as an investor later, and we've got track and field, CrossFit, figure skating, lots of athletes from around the country want to be part of what we're doing because ultimately, you know, we're providing a much better product for dogs and cats than is available today.
Did you feel like when you started Nulo that this was something that wasn't on the market already?
I did actually, because prior to this, I have a corporate career, but I left that job, that career path, to start what became one of the nation's largest pet sitting and dog walking companies. And so I did that for about a decade. So we were literally on the front lines of feeding so many dogs and cats. And what we saw was just the incidence of diabetes was skyrocketing. So my pet sitters were running around giving insulin shots all day long. We were hiring vet techs to work with us as fast as we could. And really, as you know, I'm a former engineer. I was a biomedical engineer by training, and I just started thinking about what I was seeing. And ultimately, it's like a fast food nation for pets, right? So we have, you know, some rather big brands that control a large segment of the pet food industry. They're very low in animal-based proteins. They're high in carbohydrates. And Nulo, you know, we sought to do something different. We sought to create a platform, a diet that was much more appropriate for carnivores, essentially higher in meat and lower in carbs.
So Michael, doing a high protein, low carb combination, is this something that really is going to bring that performance level for your pet to a new level?
Yeah, absolutely, it helps. I mean, using things like low glycemic carbohydrates, for example, it helps moderate energy levels. So, you know, it's really not just for Olympic athletes, right? It's just for people that are active with their dogs or their pets, or even their cats that want to like have moderated energy. They want to feel good throughout the day. They want to have healthy skins and coats. I mean, it's really in so many facets of just having a healthy dog and cat.
And why was it so important to get a lot of high-level athletes involved in featuring your product?
You know, it just became evident early on that these athletes have this get-it factor when it comes to nutrition, right? So, and it allowed us to start working as a smaller, fast-growing brand. We were able to work with, you know, folks like USA Swimming and track and field, and be able to work within those organizations on a grassroots level to talk to those large constituents of athletes, utilizing our ambassadors, of course, to have those conversations. So it's been a real eye-opener for, I think, a lot of athletes around the country to learn about this new brand.
And those athlete ambassadors, it must be a great feeling to get those calls and know that people want to back your product and want to work with you.
It's fun, and we've started expanding into the culinary circle too. So we, you know, we've just signed Ted Allen from Chopped is one of our new ambassadors, and Katie Lee from Food Network is helping to kind of, you know, as you go to our booth today and see what we're talking about, our organic bone broths, we're talking about freeze-dried, we're talking about high meat kibble and meaty pouches. And when you start to combine those things, you can create some really interesting recipes for your dog or cat in just a minute. It just, you know, they're very high value, high meat products that you can mix together and create fun recipes. So now you'll see a lot of our athletes and our chefs putting together recipes for clients for their pets, and it's been a lot of fun.